Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for coming today to meet the winner of Britain's 4th ever biggest lottery prize, £107.9 million. Please welcome Neil Trotter and Nikki Ottaway. And the moment you really have wanted for the last few days, that is your cheque, your money.
Thank you very much.
Looking up, Neil. Over here, Neil. Down here. Look into the middle, please, Neil. Down at the front. Neil, try middle, please. Down here, please. Can you come a bit closer together for us? And then just come, put your arm in. Put your arm in there. Come nice and close. And just look down here for me, please. Neil, both please. Neil, both please. And Neil, Nicky, just straight here. Just over this way, Neil. Okay, big smile for me. No, a little bit too far. Just in the middle here, please. Just here. Just here, right here. One down here, guys. One over here as well, guys. Thank you. Turn into the middle a bit more.
Yeah.
Can you just pull the check over so you're more central? So just that's lovely. Okay, over a little more. Okay. Just look down here, can you please? Both of you. Nice and close. Can you just give her a big kiss? That's great. And then just over here. Just in the middle again, please. Twist a little bit towards us. That's it. Now look straight ahead and big smiles. That's brilliant. Straight down here. Straight to me, please. Straight to me. Thank you. Can you give her a kiss then, Neil, for us? One more.
One more.
Guys, you just have one over in this corner as well. Thank you. And another kiss for me. That's it. Lovely, thank you. Sorry, can we have
guys,
just come round here for me.
Very quickly. Kiss again this way.
Thank you.
Great, guys. Thank you so much. If you want to take the seat, Nikki, can I deprive you of that just for a few minutes, do you think? Have a seat. Oh. So,
Yeah.
Neil, Nikki, congratulations. 107.9 million. Has it sunk in yet?
Just about today. We haven't had much sleep the whole time since Friday, really.
So take me back to Friday. Tell us about what happened that day.
I was driving to work and I had a funny feeling that I had to play the lottery, do the Euro lottery. I didn't even know it was that much money. I just knew I had to do it. So I just stopped on the way to work and bought a lucky dip. £10 worth of lucky dips.
And then, obviously, that was the actual day of the draw.
Yeah, but before in the week, I'd actually told one of the girls that works in the office that she'd said to me, you're always in the office making a cup of coffee, don't you do any work? And I said, well, I won't be working at all after Friday because I'm going to win the EuroMillions and I'm going to retire. And she said, oh, don't be so stupid. And I said, well, you just wait and see.
So she might be getting a bit of a surprise right now?
Yeah, just a little bit.
And did you check your numbers yourself on Friday night? What happened then?
Yeah. I saw it was about 10:30 and I thought, oh, well, you know, the draw should have been done by now. I just checked my numbers. And I looked at it and I saw that I had 2 number 6s, one on line 1 and one on line 2. And then I looked and I got 3 numbers and I thought, oh, you know, I've won something. And then I had 5 numbers and then I thought, God, you know, 5 numbers. And then I looked and obviously both the lucky stars as well. And I, you know, Nikki said I went as white as a sheet. And she screamed at me, what's wrong? And I said, I've won the lot.
Did you believe him?
No. I think I told him to shut up.
And how did you feel at that stage, Nikki, when you finally kind of looked at it and checked it yourself?
It was just completely unreal. We kept checking for the date and was it the right ticket and were we looking at the right numbers? We just couldn't believe it.
So what happened then?
Then Neil phoned his dad.
I phoned my dad up and said, Dad, I've won the lottery. I've won the lot. And he went, what are you talking about? I said, I've won £108 million. And he went, what have you been drinking? I said, I haven't been drinking, Dad. I'm not drunk. I've won the lottery. Yeah. Stop winding me up. So then I said to my dad, can I come up and show you the ticket? Because I want you to check it. Because I've checked it 10 times and I think it's right. So he went, yeah, come up then. So I went up and he opened the front door and walked off. And I said to him, you know, I've won the lottery. Oh, you've just come up here to wind me up. It's nearly 11 o'clock. I've got to go to bed. So I give him the ticket and he checked it. And he just said, well, I can't see anything wrong with that. Not, oh, you've won. Just I can't see anything wrong with it. And, you know, we're still, for probably 2 days, thinking, is it right? You know, have we won?
So now you know you have won. Have you done anything to celebrate yet?
2 bottles of Bud he had
On the Friday afterwards
on
when
the
I come
Friday
home.
night, yeah.
I haven't been able to sleep much. Last night was the first night I had a proper sleep since Friday.
And what about starting to spend any of this money? Nikki, have you been out to do any shopping yet?
We've done a little bit of emergency shopping yesterday.
Just a few bits.
Little things, yeah.
We've been out, looked at a few cars and that, but people give you the look like you haven't got enough money to buy them.
Have you honestly had that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had that on on cars and on a handbag Nikki looked at, and
So what happened then, Nikki?
I just asked the sales guy how much it was, and he sort of said, you know, £1,100, but had already turned his back and was walking away from us. And we just thought, OK, fine, won't buy it then.
Do you think you might be slightly regretting that now?
I hope so, yeah.
What are your plans kind of on a bigger scale? I mean, this is huge money. You can absolutely change your lives with it. People often say, well, house, car, so you're going to make those changes? House?
All of those, probably, yeah.
and some.
Have you thought about whether you might want to stay living locally, or what do you think?
You know, we haven't quite decided yet, but more out into the country probably, you know, and a bit slower pace of living sort of thing.
Now, what about cars? Because I know you're quite fond of your cars, aren't
Yeah,
you?
there'd be quite a few cars. I've got to find somewhere to put them all. But, you know, it's not an immediate thing to rush out and buy loads and loads of stuff, you know. I want to take my time and pick wisely sort of thing, rather than just rush out and buy stuff.
And you've been doing some racing driving yourself. Tell us a bit
Yeah.
about that.
I raced with the 750 Motor Club, doing stock hatch, and then I moved into the BMW Compact Cup, which I did really well in last year. Ended up 6th in the championship at the end, which surprised me because, you know, I didn't have a clue that I'd end up that far up. You know, there was about 50 people in the championship.
And what about taking that up another level now with this kind of money? Any idea about maybe setting up your own team?
It's early days yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but you know, probably this year's going to be taken up with so much other stuff that, you know, I just want to take stock of what I'm doing and get a house sorted and, you know, and a car, because I've got a bit of an old banger. So.
Tell us about your job.
I own a body shop in Mitcham, repairing cars, spraying them, doing accident repairs and things like. Well, I did.
Well, I was going to say, you're going to carry on with that?
No, no. I couldn't go and do it now. You know, it's really hard graft anyway, and obviously to go and do it now. I've been doing it 15 years on my own, and, you know, I think now I've won that, it'd be rude not to retire, really.
Okay. So you've retired. Nikki, what about your job plans?
I have resigned this morning from my job.
Seriously, just
Yeah.
really recently?
This morning, probably half an hour ago, yeah.
What kind of reaction did you get from your boss?
She was a little stunned. I'm not sure she took it in completely. It was a bizarre phone call, one I thought I'd never have to make, but it's done now.
Okay. Some people say that this is too much money for one person to win. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think it's too much. You know, that's what makes people pay the Euro lottery, because it's so much money.
That's what
You know,
brings
it's
them in, yeah.
a real life-changing amount, and everyone dreams of what they could do in the world to change things or help people out, family, friends, you know, and with that sort of money you can do quite, you know, a lot of good.
Okay. One thing I'd just like to finish with before we ask for some questions from the other journalists here is, why have you decided to go public? People often say, you know what, if I won, I'd keep it a secret, I wouldn't tell anyone.
I didn't want to disappear and hide. I don't think it would have been possible to go and hide, and plus I didn't want to be deceitful to all my friends and that, you know. It would have got out, it was just too much money to try and hide that, and I didn't want to be chased around everywhere with everyone trying to get their story. I thought it was easier just to tell everyone.
Be upfront, yeah.
Right,
Get it out in the open.
Well, thank you for doing that. I'm going to open it up now and ask if people could just wait for the microphone to get to you and give us your name and organisation. Let's just start. Siobhan, Sky News. Just get that mic to you.
Hello.
Hello.
Siobhan Robin, Sky News. Congratulations, guys. You've been very calm, saying you're going to spend your money. Let me help you spend it. Can you give me top 3 on your shopping list?
Well, there'd be 2 cars, obviously, straight away, one each. We haven't quite decided what cars yet.
Have you got any ideas?
Probably a Range Rover and a Land Rover for Nikki. And then a house. I mean, we have been looking at houses. We've seen a couple. You know, obviously, that's going to take a little while to find something that we really want.
I'm guessing you're not thinking of like a little terrace. You're
No.
thinking what's in your shopping list of a house? What are you looking for?
Room for a pony.
Yeah, pony and, you know,
Somewhere to
plenty of
store the
land.
cars.
Yeah, somewhere to put the cars and that. And
Anything else on your list, Nikki?
Nikki's got an endless list.
Yeah. Well, apart from the obvious, clothes and shoes.
And maybe a handbag.
Dogs
And a handbag or 2, yeah. And then some animals. Definitely some,
and shoes
a horse and a dog.
and some more shoes.
Okay, we get the message. Shoes are popular. Yeah, down here at the front, if we just can get the microphone to you there. Right down here on the front. Just there, right next to you. No,
Hi there. Hi, I'm Rachel
Hi.
from the Croydon Advertiser, local paper. Congratulations. 2 questions, if I may. The first is just, where did you buy your ticket exactly? Which newsagent? And secondly, you spoke about wanting to sort of do some good and help some family and friends. Have you got any idea what that might be channeled towards yet?
The ticket was bought on the way to work. As you go through Wallington, just into Hatbridge, there's a Londis on the left-hand side. And I go in there, you know, quite regularly every day before work and have a chat with him. You know, he knows me quite well. I don't know if he'll talk to me now.
I think he'd be very keen to talk to you now.
Yeah. Helping friends and that, and family. You know, my little sister's quite struggling, so I've offered to help her out, buy her a house. Now, obviously, I've got to look into things first, but I think, you know, she's just won't stop crying. There's other things as well, but obviously, I've got to sort. My head was like.
It's only been a few days,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
All fuzzy. I mean, I've sat there and watched telly when I got home Friday and Saturday, and I couldn't tell you what I've watched. It was, you know, at all. You could sit there and look at the wall, and it was just blank.
Great. Next question at the back here.
Hi, Louise, 5 News. Congratulations, first of all. I was just going to ask, are you worried at all about the amount of money that you've won and sort of what that can bring, you know, perhaps affecting different relationships even between each other? We've seen that with previous lottery winners. Are you worried at all?
No.
We like to think that that's not, you know, it's not going to change it. But I mean, if you don't know, we've never been in this situation before. We just have to see what happens.
I'm not worried.
Does anything ever worry you, Neil?
No, not really.
Not really.
Well, not anymore. Anyway.
Right at the end on the front there.
Hello, sorry, Stuart Stretch here from Daily Mirror. I'm just wondering, you guys, different surname, I presume you're not married. Any plans for any nuptials as a consequence of this? Would that help? Could get quite a nice wedding and a honeymoon out of this wedding?
I think with anything, you don't want to rush into anything.
Yeah.
You know, we're quite happy. We've spoke about it before, but we're quite happy to just go the way we're going. I mean, doesn't really make any real
It's not going to
big
make a
difference.
change, yeah, to what we already have, yeah.
You know, I think if you rush into something, you regret it later, won't you? Maybe.
Might stop worrying now after saying that. Okay, any more questions? Yeah, right at the other end, at the front.
It's Dan from RTL Germany. You said that you just had a couple of bottles of Bud when to celebrate, sort of thing. Are you used to the high life in any way? Would you do the champagne caviar thing? What kind of
Not
luxuries do you
really,
usually
no.
have?
Can't see it, no.
What's your idea of luxury at the moment?
I don't know. Not at the moment. Nothing. I mean, motor racing was my luxury. That's what I lived for. You know, I worked hard to go racing, and that was it. I mean, Nikki had to be reined in to stop buying other things so I could go racing, which obviously I've got to spoil her a little bit now.
And also, you said you obviously didn't want to be deceitful to your friends.
Yeah.
You seem like a nice guy. Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah.
You've got a lot of money now, but you've probably got
Yeah,
a lot
well,
more
I've probably
friends
got
than
some
you
more
had
now. I've already had a few friend requests through and things like that. But no, I've got a few good friends. You know, I haven't got thousands of friends.
So do you think you'll be spreading a little bit of that wealth around to friends and family?
I've got a few things in mind, but you know, without speaking to other people first, it wouldn't be right to say anything now.
Could I ask you how long you've been together and where you met?
And we've been together 8 years, roughly. And
I used to work for his friend, and that was how we met.
how we met.
Okay, question at the back there.
Hi, Anil from the Daily Express. When you've read stories about previous lottery winners, is there anything that you've seen that you thought, oh, I'd love to do that, or there's no way I would do that?
To be honest, I haven't really looked at anything like that, like the hypercars. I look at them and I think, oh, they're nice, but I don't really try and wind myself up too much because I think I'm never going to have
one.
I thought I
before,
would
yeah.
never ever be able to afford something like that. So why wind myself up looking at it? You know, like, you know, I really want one, but you can't have it. You know, stuff like that.
Great. Okay, I think that's pretty much everybody for the moment. So, Neil, Nikki, thank you very much indeed for sharing your news with us. Congratulations. Go and spend it.
Lovely,
Thanks so
thank you
much.
very much.
Thanks, guys. Get out that way. I'll bring the check.